Welcome, everyone. Today, we explore one of the most remarkable journeys of modern times, the journey of a young boy from a small town who rose to lead the largest democracy in the world. This is not simply a political biography. It is a story of struggle, discipline, ambition, controversy, sacrifice, and unshakable belief. It is the story of Narendra Damodardas Modi. Narendra Damodardas Modi was born on September 17, 1950, in Vadnagar, a small town in Gujarat, India. At that time, India was still a young nation, having gained independence only a few years earlier in 1947. The country was rebuilding itself, and life for many families was extremely difficult. Modi's family belonged to a modest background. His father, Damodardas Modi, ran a small tea stall at the local railway station. His mother, Hiraben Modi, was a hard-working woman who managed the household and supported the family in every possible way. They lived in a small house with very basic facilities. There was no luxury, no comfort, and often not even enough resources to live easily. Narendra was the third of 6 children, and from a very young age, he understood what responsibility meant. As a child, he woke up before sunrise to help his father sell tea at the railway station. While other children were still asleep, he was already working. He carried cups of hot tea and served travelers, sometimes walking barefoot because the family could not afford shoes. The cold mornings and long hours did not discourage him. Instead, they strengthened him. While serving tea, he listened carefully to passengers discussing politics, society, and world events. Those conversations opened his mind to a bigger world beyond his small town. During his school years, he was not known as the highest-ranking academic student, but he stood out in other ways. He loved debates, public speaking, and theater. His teachers noticed his confidence and powerful speaking ability. When he participated in school plays, his strong voice and expressive style impressed everyone. Around this time, he became deeply inspired by the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda's ideas about discipline, service to the nation, spirituality, and self-belief had a deep impact on him. He began reading more about great leaders and thinkers, spending long hours in libraries. Even as a teenager, he was searching for purpose. At the age of 17, he made a bold and unusual decision. He left home and traveled across different parts of India. He visited ashrams, met monks, and spent time reflecting on life. This period shaped his thinking and strengthened his desire to dedicate himself to something larger than personal comfort. When he returned home, he carried a stronger vision for his future. Like many families in India at that time, his parents arranged his marriage at a young age. However, Modi had already chosen a path of public service. Soon after the marriage, he decided not to live a traditional family life. This decision later became a topic of debate and criticism, but it showed his determination to dedicate himself fully to his mission. He joined the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, commonly known as RSS. His early tasks were simple and humble: cleaning offices, organizing events, and managing small responsibilities. He never complained. Instead, he learned discipline, organization, and leadership. Over time, his communication skills and strategic thinking made him stand out. In 1975, during the emergency declared by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, political freedoms were suspended across India. Many opposition leaders were arrested. During this period, Modi worked underground, avoiding arrest and helping coordinate activities quietly. This challenging time strengthened his resilience and political understanding. After years of dedication in organizational work, he joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, or BJP. At that time, the party was not very powerful nationally. Modi worked behind the scenes, planning campaigns and strengthening the party structure. His efforts gradually increased his influence. In 2001, he was appointed Chief Minister of Gujarat. Many people doubted his administrative experience, but he moved quickly to focus on infrastructure, electricity, industrial growth, and investment. Gujarat began to see rapid development. However, in 2002, communal riots broke out in the state after a tragic train incident. The violence led to heavy loss of life and brought intense criticism towards Modi. Investigations and debates continued for years. Supporters believed he was unfairly blamed, while critics continued to question his leadership during that period. Despite the controversy, he remained politically strong and continued focusing on economic development. By 2013, Modi had become a major national figure. The BJP announced him as its prime ministerial candidate for the 2014 general elections. He launched one of the most energetic campaigns in Indian political history, traveling extensively across the country and using social media to connect with young voters. His message centered on development, governance, and economic growth. On May 16, 2014, the election results were announced. The BJP won a clear majority, the first time in 3 decades that a single party had achieved such a victory. On May 26, 2014, Narendra Modi became the 14th Prime Minister of India. His rise from a tea seller to the leader of the world's largest democracy became a powerful symbol of possibility. As Prime Minister, he introduced several major initiatives aimed at financial inclusion, sanitation, digital transformation, manufacturing growth, and infrastructure expansion. In 2016, he announced demonetization, banning high-value currency notes in an attempt to combat black money and corruption. The decision was bold and controversial, creating both support and criticism across the country. In 2019, after national security tensions and military actions following the Pulwama attack, elections were held again. The BJP returned to power with an even stronger majority. In 2020, during the global COVID-19 pandemic, India imposed strict lockdowns and launched one of the world's largest vaccination drives. The crisis tested leadership worldwide, and India faced both achievements and challenges during this period. In 2024, Modi secured a 3rd consecutive term, placing him among India's longest-serving prime ministers. Internationally, he strengthened relations with global leaders such as Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Vladimir Putin, and Xi Jinping. India's role in global platforms such as the G20 further elevated its international presence. Despite his powerful position, Modi is known for maintaining a disciplined lifestyle. He wakes up early, practices yoga and meditation, follows a simple vegetarian diet, and works long hours. He remains one of the most followed political leaders on social media, connecting directly with millions of citizens. Supporters see him as a transformative and visionary leader. Critics continue to debate his policies and decisions. Yet one fact remains undeniable. His journey from modest beginnings to national leadership has inspired millions. His life sends a clear message. Your starting point does not decide your final destination. Background, poverty, and obstacles do not define your future. Discipline, courage, and persistence do. Because history shows us one powerful truth. Greatness is not given. It is earned.